Hello, everybody. This is Brian Noyes, Chief Communications Officer for Fulton County Schools, and we're excited to come to you today to have a conversation about a very important action the board took on Tuesday. There was a proposal that that Dr. Lundy brought forward that raised the minimum starting pay for hourly employees to $16 an hour. Full-time employees were provided $1,200 stipend, one-time stipend. Part-time employees, $600. All employees are eligible will get a 2 point or a step increase in their salary. And this is an exciting effort, Dr. Lundy. Can you talk a little bit about why you brought this forward and why it's important now?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank our school board members for stepping up last night, and we had a unanimous vote. All of our board members supported this highly unusual, unprecedented mid-year pay increase at a cost of almost $30 million, which is really hard to pull off right in the middle of a budget year. The reality of it is it's needed. It's time. It's overdue. Our employees have been given so much. The market has become more competitive. Mr. Wade talks to me almost daily about the market demands and our MAP problem as he describes it. And so, you know, we are taking the money that we save by not having full hires, and we're going to redistribute it amongst our employees because they deserve it and they've earned it.
Yeah, Ron, what is the MAP problem?
So the MAP problem, it has to do with our competitors and where we rest between those competitors. We are 70 miles long, and we have and in the metro area, there are about 52 K-12 providers. 11 of those 52 K-12 providers, they border Fulton County schools. And what that means is that employees, because we're able to take our pension and our benefits with us where we go, they're able to come in and out of Fulton County. So it's even more important that we do our best, put our best foot forward in retaining our employees and attracting new employees. And one way we do that is to ensure that we're paying a competitive wage.
And we're competing not just against other school districts, right? I mean, we have drivers that are going to Amazon. We have HVAC and mechanics and custodians where we're competing against the private sector in a lot of the cases. Do you know what the $16 an hour increase will do in that sector?
Absolutely. I think we all are familiar with the concern that what we call our frontline entry-level employees are making what we call a living wage. There's been a lot of discussion about the $15 an hour. We've discussed it here, and we really thought that if we were able to ensure that our starting pay for the hourly employee who fits that profile met the requirement of a living wage, we could attract more individuals, not just from other K-12, but from those private sectors you mentioned. And so the board responded.
And I want to clarify for all of our employees. So our starting pay for entry-level hourly workers is $16 an hour, but everybody on an hourly pay scale is going to be impacted by the new $16 an hour because the steps and the sequence is going to all be impacted. Is that right?
Absolutely. Those employees who are on that scale will see some benefit because we're going to shift the scale to ensure that first step is at a $16 an hour rate. But it's going to really basically respond to this idea that the district cares about our employees making a living wage, and it's going to put those other competitors, the Amazons, the Home Depots, on their heels and give us the ability to attract some of their frontline employees.
Right. So we know that pay is just one important ingredient in an employee compensation or an employee package to have people want to stay with us and join the team. So we wanted to make sure that on that particular angle that we put a marker down and said this is important. Everybody has one thing in common, and that's we all want to get paid on time and as much as we can. And so we're trying to address that in the short term, and we have a longer term strategy. But we also want to make sure that the public knows that this money is earned. Our folks have been working hard, providing professional services to our students and our customers. And so with high expectations comes fair compensation. So I'm just so proud of our school board for stepping up. But the $16 an hour is just one of the things that we got accomplished last night. So, Mr. Wade, what's another thing that we got through the board?
In addition to that, all of the employees are getting some type of one-time payment. Full-time employees will get a $1,200 payment. Part-time employees will get $600 payment, and those payments will come just in time for Christmas, December 17th. Our substitutes, we recognize that they commit to us every day. So starting second semester, those substitutes who work a total of 20 days or more will see a $250 one-time payment. And lastly, and most importantly, our employees who are eligible, meaning they are basically on a salary scale where they have a viable step or have not topped out, they will see a mid-year step increase that's permanent. And on average, that step increase equates to about a 2.3% increase in salary. So again, a host of, one more thing, several of our really key positions, and we tend to have a hard time staffing those positions, will see what we call a retention stipend.
Great. And you guys have talked about this. This is a mid-year adjustment. This is an effort right now, but there's a long-term strategy here, right? This is part of one wave, and there's more planned, right, Dr. Looney?
Well, don't give away the secret, but I will tell you this. I disclosed to the board last night, we're going to be bold and courageous in our planning for next budget year. We have so many employees that are deserving of more fair compensation. And so we're going to be leaning into that in the budget process, because we know that relationships matter, and we need high quality, dedicated, professional employees to serve our students. And we want to make sure that our employees feel cared for, are compensated fairly, and are rewarded appropriately for the good work that they're doing. So if this mid-year increase wasn't enough, just stay tuned for next budget year.
Well, this has been a great conversation. As you said, there's a lot to this. It's a complicated issue and a lot of components that went into planning for this. I know everybody's grateful for this attention, and we're grateful. It's a way to show all the employees, teachers, staff, and everybody how grateful you, Dr. Looney, and the board are for their efforts too. So we look forward to having more conversations. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, Brian, I just want to say this. It's a great time to be an employee of Fulton County Schools. And now is the time for anyone who's interested in Fulton County Schools to come aboard.
Excellent.
I'm reminded of the Uncle Sam. We need you.
Excellent.
We need you in Fulton.